been there before.
What y'all know about growing up in Brick City and shit pretty? Hit a lick, celebrate just to keep busy. Kids dying, mama's crying, the devil's busy. Talk shit, get shot and end up missing.
What's going on, guys? It's Joel, also known as Young Cupid.
And it's your boy Kane back in this shit.
And this is Straight to the Point Podcast, episode 4. And today we'll be talking about fear with a good friend of ours, OJ. OJ, say what up, son, bro.
Man, it was good.
Just to let you guys know, I appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. I would like to thank y'all. And just to let you guys know on a side note, we'll be introducing visuals real soon. So hope you guys are looking forward to that.
Now we'll get started with it. And we're going to be talking about fear, like our personal fears. So, like, go ahead, bro.
All right. I guess since I'm up, one of my fears I would say is, living a life that's unfulfilled, not doing what I want to do, or perhaps losing sight of what the fuck I want to do because, you only got one life to live, and if you fuck that shit up, that's it. It's done up for you. So I think about that like on a daily basis about decisions I make and bad decisions I made in the past, and because every decision you make can influence you if you, depending on how hard you take it, and I'm trying to, watch out for myself.
But do you think that things like happen, like a decision you make might already be made for you? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Like you might not, like when you drive somewhere, that decision's already, like, I personally feel it's already made for you. So like you're saying, like, you know what I mean? You can't think ahead all the time. I
feel like most situations you could overcome the situation you're in or the decision you make because we all have the power to do what the fuck we want. Obviously, certain things like, if you're born like in this country, like you're guaranteed just to have rights, but certain countries you don't. Like shit like that, you really don't have a choice unless you make the move. You feel me? To like a different country or some shit. But
that's all your fears? Just that?
I was just gonna start from one. And you guys like introduce yours by the time. I just like one.
What's your fears, bro?
I don't really have any fears, really. I think I don't really have any fears. I think really, just like Kane said, it's more like living an unfulfilled life. Cause I believe in God and whatnot, and I'm a strong believer that everybody has a purpose in life and everybody has something that they're supposed to accomplish here on earth. We're not supposed to wander the earth and just do whatever we think we need to do, but really do the purpose of God. So I think, I wouldn't say that's my biggest fear, but that's something I'm always conscious about, which is making sure that when I leave this earth and when I meet my maker, I know that I did everything that he needed me to do here on this earth.
Damn, you guys fears. I have dumbass fears like like one of mine, like one of my biggest fears is ending up into someone like that I don't want to be. An example, like people who grow up to be murderers, they don't think they're gonna be a murderer, Yeah. They just become one, or like a serial killer, like, Yeah, my fear is becoming like something like that, like something that I know in my heart I'm not, because obviously like
that's some real shit too, nigga.
You get what I'm saying? No, I know, but like think about it, like. You see, like a kid, they're born with no knowledge. Literally, they're just an empty canvas. You feel me?
Yeah, of course.
And like the world shapes them. The world shapes them into that person. And that's a fear of mine of letting the world shape me into something like as crazy as that. Like I know it sounds crazy, but like the people who do that, they don't grow up. They just one day they click.
Yeah, just the world naturally.
Like I'm not talking about like some gangbanger shit where you kill someone. I'm talking about like you go into someone's house, you kill a whole family for no reason. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm scared of that, like being me. But like, you know what I mean?
You ever want to kill someone before?
Nah. All we do is spread love.
You're basically afraid of
being something you don't want.
Well, yeah, I have more, but that's like a huge like you anybody could turn into anything, bro. It's because the world makes you. You feel me? Like you could try to like deny it.
No,
but like,
I don't think the world makes you.
Well,
you conform to the world. So basically, what you see is what you do. Now it's up to you to what path are you gonna take
or
in life?
Or even getting like a disease. Like not like I'm not even talking about like cancer. I'm talking about like a disease where, like if I ended up being like not fully there mentally. You know what I mean?
Nah, like I get what Josh is saying, but you don't really have that type of consciousness until you become an adult. After like when you're growing up and shit like that, you kind of whatever is getting influencing you, it just naturally influences you. Like kids, they absorb everything that happens around them. Yeah. They don't have a consciousness to say, "Oh, this is right, this is wrong." They eventually learn that as life progresses. So that's why motherfuckers become like school shooters and shit like that is because of the way they're raised. It's not because, a part of them getting bullied and shit does play a part, but they usually are brought up in a bad environment, so they don't really know the difference between bad and good, perhaps maybe, or they're just somehow mentally fucked up. and it leads them down the wrong path. So unfortunately, in some cases, you don't have control until you become your own individual.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really happen until you become an adult.
I feel you. What else you scared of, bro?
Heights? I mean, keep it simple. I'm fucking scared of heights, bro. Fuck that shit, yo. I ain't going on roller coasters, nigga. I'm sorry to whatever future girlfriend and wife. We ain't going to Six Flags, my G.
So, like, okay, now you guys say what you guys are afraid of. Like, how can you not combat that into a way where it doesn't affect your daily living? Like, just take, for example, heights. Like,
well, I guess another fear I have, too, is, like, becoming, like, my dad. Because I don't want to become like that nigga whatsoever. So, I know.
I feel like that's common. I feel like so many people, they're like, I don't want to be like their parents, but a lot of the time, I'm not even saying this about you. A lot of the time, most people, they already are their parents.
Oh no, I already am for sure. But in like with response to what Josh said, like I know the steps I need to take to prevent myself from going further down that path of just having shitty relationships with people and shit like that, not really being in contact with your family, just being lonely and shit like that. Like I know exactly what to do to prevent that. To raise your kids properly. I see what he did wrong, so now I know what I gotta do to make it right, in a sense. But obviously, it's always subconsciously gonna bother me.
That's definitely a fear of mine too, because I didn't have a dad growing up. Like I want to say like 100%, yeah, I'll be there if I have a kid, but that's a fear of mine. Like not, you know what I mean? And it's not that I don't think I will be. It's just there's always that fear. Like damn, what if someone has to feel what I felt? Yeah,
of course. Like I know what I have to do, but it's always when you come to that situation, you may react differently, and obviously, I don't want to react in the wrong way. It's always different of saying what you're gonna do and doing it.
Facts. Yeah.
I could premeditate what I want to do in my life as much as I want, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking do it.
No, definitely.
There's always two differences. So that's why it's always like, I got that little bit of fear in me. I ain't worried about that on a daily basis, but it's in me.
Do you feel like you should be though? Like you feel like you should think about your fears all the time?
No, of course not. Because if you think about your fears, I feel like it'll overcome you, and you'll become that fear, and you won't be able to break out and take the steps you need to avoid becoming what you don't want to become. So yeah, it's definitely a bad thing for your brain to fucking have that on your mind.
Now, one of my fears too, is just not being like happy. You feel me? Like even if I don't have everything, like especially like I've been trying to say like positive about everything. Like how you meet people who are just sad, like all the time. That's a fear. I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
I want to be like even if I don't show I'm grateful, I want to at least be in a good mindset. But I feel like that's what everyone wants. But All
right, so now you guys have said your fears, but how we like making it into a way where it's not something that not holds us back, because I think people live in fear on a daily basis, and when you live in fear, it kind of limits you in what you want to do.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are taught fear. A lot of things people are scared of is because people around them are scared to do them.
How can I be taught fear? How
can you? For example, a lot of people of this generation that we're growing up, like you're talking about that right now, like they're 21, 19 to 21, A lot of their parents, for example, may not have went to school. Because school is now just becoming a popular thing. Like it's becoming very demanding. A lot of people don't go to school because their parents, they don't know how to. Like I get discouraged because no one in my family really went, but I hold people back, like stuff like that. Like you can be that it's unintentionally taught. Taught doesn't mean I sit you like down and say, hey, this is what it is. Taught just you react to how you've been, what you know.
Yeah, we create fear. I agree with that because no one told Kane be scared of heights, nigga. It just naturally happened. That's how I reacted to the situations. So it's just subconscious.
And do you think attacking a fear though? Do you think you overcome it? Like, do you think if you were to go on a roller coaster, do you think you would?
Oh, that'd probably be the best way for me to deal with it. Is just
face everything and run or forget everything.
Because I went skydiving, yo.
Yeah, yo, I saw you did that shit, bro. I'm like, I give that man props. So I would never do that shit.
I mean, like don't get me wrong. Some things aren't taught. Like some people talk themselves out of it. Like you could be like, oh, I don't want to join the gym, for example. A lot of people are scared to join the gym because they feel like everyone's watching them. Yeah. But no one gives a fuck what you're doing.
I realized that too because I was the same way.
The thing is that's something you tell. Like there's definitely things you make yourself. Like you're giving yourself an excuse as to why you shouldn't do it, and that's like that. Yeah, that you can teach yourself. But a lot of the times, like people are so discouraged because, for example, with this podcast, for example, you know how many people probably would have told us no. And if I listened to that fear, the fear of them not wanting to see this, you know what I mean? Yeah, this would have never happened. You know what I mean? That's why, like, stuff like these people unintentionally teach you. Like, it be your own homies, quote unquote.
That
you
is
feel me?
very facts. That is very much facts. I could name countless times where, well, a lot of people don't know, but I'm chasing a professional football dream as well. So, and when I mean dream, football, I mean soccer for you guys that don't. But anyways, the point is that like there's so many people that has also told me that, you know, like, don't do it because, and when they mean teach fear is because of their own like shortcomings in life. A lot of people that tell you that you can't do something is because that they weren't able to achieve.
They don't want to see that you could do it.
Yeah, they didn't achieve it, so now they don't believe that anybody else can, because if they feel like they couldn't achieve it, they believe that nobody else. So I think it's very important to know that when people say that they can't do it, it's not because they don't believe in you, but more because they didn't believe in themselves. So I think like when it comes to fear, like it always says, I think it says face everything and rise, or forget everything and run. So whatever it is that you are facing in life, like, don't go with it with fear. Fear is only holding you back. It's like a weight on your back.
Nah, I think that when it comes to fear, yo, I really do think that, like the people you surround, I'm not talking about family, like friends, I think they have more of an impact on what you're scared to do. 100%.
Yeah.
Because like if I didn't have the friends I do now, you know, you guys being two of them, and like there's obviously only a handful or more like that, like every day, you know, be like, yo, you got this. That I wouldn't be doing like this, or you know, anything I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like for everyone that's listening and you think you're friends with me, yo, if you really didn't hear about this podcast until it came out, with the exception of maybe one or two, like with the most love, bro, once I blow up, that you don't expect to be there with the ride. You know what I mean? Like, because those are the same people that would be like, you know, hey, how are you? But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they only wait till the moment's good.
They wait till they see you. They don't go out. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like so many people have tried to push their fear on me. Like, yo, just do this, that.
I think also some people, they kind of get selfish. Like maybe they are in a bad position, or like you said, they think they can't do what you're doing. So if you actually take that step and do it, that kind of makes them feel bad because like, shit, he's progressing, but I'm not. Like some people may think like that too, unfortunately, because they don't want to see people do good because they don't. I don't know. They just don't want better for other people because it makes them look worse. They just always have a negative mindset looking at shit. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah. And that's very unfortunate because you should want better for the people around you, even if it's not what you agree is the best. If they think it's the best, like, fuck it, just let them do their thing, bro. It's all, life is an experience. You ain't gonna fuck around and be in your safe box till the day you're dead, because then you ain't living, bro.
Another fear, yo, honestly, is being homeless, bro.
Really?
Like, yeah, bro, cause think about it. For one, yo, like, mad people that, like, veterans, a lot of homeless, and they're supposed to be really important to our country. You know, they fought for our country and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Many people go to school, and, like, I'm going to school, but we'll discuss that in another episode of why, you know, but they, like, people that go to school have degrees, they don't, a lot of them don't have jobs either. You're not guaranteed a job. You're just guaranteed it's a piece of paper that says you may be qualified to do this job.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
Like, I feel like there's no way to guarantee that you'll have a house. Like, things happen. Like, the people that are homeless now, they could have been at one point, like, wealthy, you know? They could have had mad money, living in, like, you know, estate sections, stuff like that, and now they're homeless because of one day that they got, you know what I mean? Like, they got fired or something. They lost everything.
Nah, of course. Especially in New Jersey, fucking houses are expensive as shit with taxes.
For no reason, bro. Jersey ain't all that, but...
But we know that, you know, if the housing market, the price wants to increase, we have no control over that. Shit happens. It's going to be hard to purchase a house at that point. And maybe your job may not be sustainable enough for you to achieve that house you want because shit's stupid. Fucking $400,000 for a little house. That's, I don't know how fucking big. A regular medium house, bruh. That shit's crazy. $400,000 for a little fucking average house. Like, you go to fucking Texas, that shit's probably like $200,000 or something.
Let me ask you something, bro. Like, on a real deep, are you scared to die, yo? Like,
I don't know how I feel about
death. That's because every day, yo, we pass our death date.
No, I know that.
Like, you know what I mean?
I don't really think much about it. I really don't. I don't focus much.
I don't either. But like, when you think about it, are you scared? Like, are you scared to die? Or are you scared? Would you be more scared of the way you're going to die?
Nah, definitely that. I'm concerned with the way I die. Like, I don't want to fucking burn to death because that'd be a terrible way to go out. Or like die slow death or like cancer or some shit. Like, that's very unfortunate. Like, I'd rather it be instantaneous. Like, I'd rather take a bullet to the head and be done than fucking die from fucking penis cancer or some shit, yo.
What about you, John? OJ?
Am I afraid to die? Absolutely not.
That because you're your
I just
relationship with the Lord?
Yeah, I just look at it, man, like, well, yeah, I could say that it's because of my relationship. I believe that whenever it is, when it's time for me to go, I know that God has given me all the time that I needed to make the impact on the world. So I feel like it's not like death is not really something you should be afraid of. Like if you have accepted Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, I feel like that's not something you should be afraid of. You should just know that you're now going to be with the Father. You're going to be in a better place where there's no pain, where there's no sorrow. So, nah, fear is definitely not.
Do you think that death is like pre-made though? Like, do you feel like the way you're going to die is it's already made for you?
I don't think so.
That's
where a lot of things come with fate and stuff like. Because a lot of people are scared of fear because of fate. You know what I mean? They think that their fate is something less, so that they're scared to do it.
If your life is premeditated, then when do you watch? You don't have free will, and God says you have free will. So I don't believe.
But the way this world is, look at the world right now. Do you think we have free will right now?
Hold on. What'd you say? Say it again.
I said that I don't think our life is premeditated or death or anything because God says you have free will or Jesus. If our life is premeditated, then we don't have free will. I feel like
to really elaborate on what you're trying to say, or really to explain it, really is our life is premeditated to a point. I would say, I believe when I say premeditated, I'm saying God has a perfect plan for everybody. There's a purpose. Like Kane saying, I need you to go into the world and help out certain kids in Haiti. I could say your life is premeditated towards that point. Now the free will comes in. What are you gonna do to work in agreement with God to get to that goal? If I make sense.
Just saying He has a plan for you. It's just whether you follow that plan.
It's whether you follow that plan or not.
Yeah, I hear you because I was there before.
So
I heard about that shit.
Yeah. So I truly believe that and I always speak about this. Everybody has two paths in life. I could either go the God way or I could go the other way. Now, when people go the other way, sometimes it'll end up being something tragic, but sometimes it always does. And that's when people start to question, oh, where was God this? But you got to understand, if you abandon God.
So you feel like people are ignoring all the signs? Like, do you feel like He's given many people signs?
Yes, absolutely.
And like they just like oblivious, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like in other people don't believe God just because, you know, like I'm pretty sure you were there at one point. People just have a tragic thing that once happened to them, and then, well, fear comes into place, and then they don't want to believe that there is a higher power. So I'm not afraid of death at all.
I don't know how I feel about that. I know it's inevitable, so I'm not gonna think too much about it. Basically,
facts.
Like I can't stop death. And when death comes, death gonna fucking come. So I just let it be. Like I don't think about it at all. Not anymore, at least, because it's just we need to keep thinking about death for. Like you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So like I said, whatever the fuck it happens. I ain't stressing it.
Nah, another fear of mine though is like being alone. Like imagine in a couple of years it's just you go to work, you come home and it's just you.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Like you have no not even saying like you have nobody around you. There's no relationship around.
All right, so you guys have all these fears now. My question to you, Joel, and you, Kane, is that on a daily basis, how often do you think about these fears, and how do they impact what you do on a daily basis? Like when you wake up in the morning.
I think about them briefly. I probably think about it briefly. I don't want to say every day, but at least once or twice a week. But then I'm like, continue your question. I'll wait for you to finish your statement.
All right. No, that was the question. I just wanted to know that if it's something.
But I don't want to say it dictates my life though. I feel like some of my fears dictate me to be better. Because I don't have a fear of doing something. I have a fear of something happening to me.
That's the important thing.
My fear is not me doing this podcast and it failing. My fear is me doing this podcast, it failing, and it breaks me. Mm-hmm. That you get what I'm saying? Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like because I have that fear, I'm trying harder to prevent that fear from being a reality.
That's what I'm saying. So like, for everybody that's gonna hear this podcast, fear, you could use it either to strengthen you, or you could use it as something that folds you into a little blanket in the corner of your bed. When you fear something, you should, like he just said, like he lets it motivate him. He fears that it will fail and then it breaks him. And now because of that fear, he now uses it to make sure that it's not breaking him.
Now fear could definitely be it could be a good thing.
It could be a good
all
thing.
Bad things can be turned to good.
I just feel like so many people like like I might think about it maybe once a week, but people will think about it on a daily. You know, like you were saying, like that's just not. You can't, because that's when fear becomes.
Controls you,
that's all you know. Once you start thinking all about fear and what you're scared to do, then that's all you're gonna know is how to be scared.
And then more fears probably come with that type of shit.
And we're not talking about dumb fears like no offense, Kane, but like heights. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I did it for comedic shit. People get a little laugh.
Like I'm not talking about dad being claustrophobic. I'm talking about like just scared. Like I don't know. There's just so many things that you could be scared of that. Like you could be scared of like planes. And if given an opportunity where you need to fly somewhere, you've missed the opportunity because of that fear.
I still
get
rock
what I'm
the
saying?
plane. No, I got you. I at least do that.
Like, for example, you make music, right?
Yeah.
Eminem hits you up right now, says, yo, I'm going to fly you out to Cali.
Oh,
but you're scared of planes, so you don't take that shit.
Oh, fuck that. I'm taking that shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
nah,
like
I got you.
I'm not saying opportunity that big happens often, but like little opportunities come to lead to that, but people aren't doing them because of their fears. Like, not necessarily be at like a plane, but like, they're scared to meet new people, so they get an opportunity to meet new people where that one person that matters is going to be there, but they miss that. Yeah. And is that what you're saying with the plan? Like God, are you saying God put that person there and you made the decision not to go there?
Explain it. Like, what do you mean?
All right, for example, say you play soccer, right? God's giving whatever. God gave you the path, right? And he said on December 1st. He said on December 1st, you're going to get an email that says, December 5th, be here. Now, the person who matters that's going to sign you, he said this person is going to sign you. But because, now you have the choice, are you going to go there? That's when he leaves it up to you. Is that what you're saying where the free will comes in? That you didn't take the opportunity that he gave you? Okay.
Like, it's like I would always say, bro, this, like... The only thing that's premeditated and everything is just the end. That's it. Like in the Bible, it says God knows the end from the beginning. That's the only thing.
And you realize with this, bro, there's gonna be a lot of backlash for people that aren't believers. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of doubt with what you're saying throughout this cast.
You could ignore all the God shit if you just look at what he's actually saying, and you could still get something out of it.
That's the thing, though. People once they hear God, that's when it's a whole different topic. If you didn't say anything about God, but exactly what you said. People, the perspective would be so much different.
If I was to sit here, let's take a moment to just digress real quick. If we were to sit here and if we were to sit here and just say, ask people why they don't believe in God, what they're gonna tell you is just absolutely silly.
He said it's utter shit.
It's just silly. Oh, I don't believe in God because
I haven't gotten anything, right? Is that
because all this bad stuff is happening to me. What have you done to put yourself in a good situation? I'm just make up a random person. Let's say there's a guy named David, and all he does is smoke weed and rob stores and just cause trouble, always getting in trouble with the law. And then he has the nerve to say, "Oh, all this bad stuff is happening to me. Where's God?" What do you mean, where's God? You put yourself in a situation where like God can't reach you. Like you make yourself unavailable to him.
How do you feel about people who? I feel like I've asked you this question, but like so they can hear. Like, what do you feel about people who are doing that, but say they
doing
have a
what?
relationship with what you just said, drugs and all that stuff, like stealing and whatever. But they tell you they have a relationship.
They don't have a relationship with God. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If you're doing all that stuff,
it makes no sense.
Yeah, what relationship? Like that's like having a relationship with my father, right? My biological father, and in his own house, I'm stealing from him. If I have a relationship with my biological father, why would I steal from? If that makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying.
So like,
because a lot of people do that. They'll do that, but they pretend the fuck am I trying? They say they pray, and then they wonder what.
I don't know what fear you guys have about why you don't believe in God. I don't know exactly what it is that made you guys believe that there is no God, but I'm asking you today, please, please, please give God a chance and watch how your life turns out. Anyways, back to fear.
Yeah, bro, but you don't got no other fears like that? Like my fears, compared to you guys, my fears seem like weird.
Man, I said like 3 fears,
those are human fears, and I think But me, I just don't believe in living in fear. I don't believe anything really scares me because, you know, other than God. But
you ever woke up and a fucking snake's on your bed?
But that's not fear. That's just like, oh my God, what the heck? Like, what is going on? Like,
that's just a shitty situation.
Yeah, that's just a
You scared of snakes?
Snakes?
Yeah.
I'm terrified of all animals.
Even dogs?
Yeah, bro.
Rabbits? You scared of rabbits?
He was scared of dogs until my one of my dogs.
You scared of rabbits, nigga?
I just don't believe animals should be interacting with human beings.
What the fuck, nigga? I think that adds more to life, having animals. It gives you perspective. Seeing another living being that doesn't operate like you.
But
I have one more fear to talk about. It's
go
up to
ahead,
y'all if you want to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Just like choosing the wrong job, I guess I would say. Something that doesn't, you know, make me happy. Something I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. That
are you saying choosing the wrong one like you thought it was gonna be the right one, or are you saying just
in general, like just making the wrong decision in terms of what I'll be doing for the rest of my life? Because it's very hard.
But that's such a fear, bro. Because like this is gonna be a whole nother topic. I think we're gonna talk about, but like.
Yeah.
We're pressured to have it all figured out by 18.
Nah, I know. That shit is crazy.
By 18, we are told, figure your shit out. Like, what?
And if not, you're a fuck up. Because like, I guarantee niggas look at me like I'm a fuck up.
Yeah, like right now, for example, the people we graduated in high school, right?
Yeah.
They got to figure it out because this year they're graduating.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna ask them at high school graduation if I decide to go, because I'll probably be owning all the businesses you guys all right by then.
Oh, shit.
No, but for real. But I'm going to ask you guys when I see you, are you happy?
Yes, please, people, please do not live that life. Do not live a life where you are doing something that you do not love. You're doing something you do not believe in because you fear that what you really want to do is unattainable. You fear that what you really want to do in life is something that can't really be achieved. Everything is possible. Nothing is possible. The Bible says if you have faith as small as the seed of a mustard, you can move mountains. So please do not ever live a life where you're doing something you don't want to do, where you're always looking up to Friday and tired. Because if I'm doing something I love, my Friday is... I love my Monday. My Friday is my Monday. Like, I love work every day. So don't be tired of Monday and don't be happy about Friday and then look for the worldly remedies of drinking and to get away temporarily and then you're back at it at Monday. Do not let fear dictate that part of your life. Whatever it is that you have to do in your life, please go out and do it. Time is of the essence. Be great.
Be great. Get stuck in. Yes. Yeah.
And that is Straight to the Point Podcast, episode 4. Thank you, OJ, for hopping on. I think that you definitely opened a lot of minds.
Yes. Hey, man. To everybody that's listening to this right now, make sure that you spread this good word out right now because, you know,
spread the love.
My brothers are working right now, you feel me? It's a little rough. It's always rough at the beginning, but, you know, we'll get better. We'll get global. Well, they will get global, I should say. So don't be a follower. Don't be a sheep that gets on it later. Get on it right now. Spread the good word. They working.
And that is Young Cupid, bro. As always, thank you. I'm out.
It's your boy Kane. We out of this bitch.
And this is...
Well, hey, don't forget, bruh. Visuals coming, my G. Don't forget
Visual
that
coming
shit.
soon. This is Straight to the Point Podcast, episode 4, Fear. Peace.